Oh, are you? Not quite Mint family. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be asking the question: is The Birds of Prey and whatever the rest of the title is a decent movie?
So is it? Find out in a second.
Let's get into it.
This is the future. Evolution.
Welcome back, Not Quite Mint family. If you do want to obviously join the family and follow us along for our regular sort of comic book reviews and movie reviews such as this one, do make sure that obviously you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that dingly bell as well so that we don't miss any of our content, and also it could give us a thumbs up so that it gives us an indication that you're enjoying obviously what we're making. This video we're going to be answering that question as did we think that Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, they've changed the names over in America, so God knows what you want to call it, but is it actually a good film?
The Birds of Prey featuring Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. It's true in America. So basically, since this review's a little bit late coming out to you guys, because like
we did see it opening night though.
Yeah, we saw it on opening night, and basically since then, opening box office, from a domestic point of view in America was really disappointing. So they decided to change the name from, they've changed its name from Birds of Prey: The Fabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Well, it started off as The Birds of Prey, didn't it? That was it. End of.
And then they decided to change it now back to Harley Quinn: Birds of Prey.
Oh God!
Having seen the film, I think that's a good move, because they should not, in this film, I don't think, have been pushing the Birds of Prey as a group, as a collective, as much.
No, it was basically a standalone Harley Quinn movie featuring the Birds of Prey.
Exactly, yeah. And I think if there's one major criticism of the film that I would have, would be that they massively underplayed and didn't do a very good level of service to the Birds of Prey as a group. I'm not like the world's biggest Birds of Prey comic book reader or anything like that, but I went to see it because obviously off the back of Suicide Squad, which wasn't, well, to be fair, I would say this is a better film on the whole than Suicide Squad. Yeah. Suicide Squad still enjoyable, but this is a better film on the whole. But yeah, it still has, it's not perfect, and it's not anywhere near as good as Joker. I love Joker. I thought it was a brilliant film, and
it's got some good jokes.
Tom hasn't seen Joker.
I haven't seen it.
So he can't comment, but yes. But no, it was really good, and definitely when it's out on, I think it might be out now on Blu-ray or DVD. We'll have to have a boys' night and watch that. But yeah, that was my opinion. I think I enjoyed the first two scenes of the film, the first two thirds of the film.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the start of the film, how it explained the whole situation.
The Harley Quinn bit.
Yeah,
was great. Her story, the whole Joker split up, what she has to go through, that was all good. I enjoyed all of that. I thought it was very funny in places. I think it needed to be less violent.
Yeah.
It could have done with a 12A certificate rather than a 15.
Yeah, I think that's where they fell massively, because I think a lot of maybe like, it's Harley Quinn, a lot of like younger teenage girls who, maybe like the comic book movie genre, like the, your Avengers and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, this is supposed to be a girls' movie essentially, isn't it? It's kind of trying to draw in that girl crowd that's like, girls are cool. Girls can be comic book heroes.
Exactly. And I mean, like, you go to Comic Cons now with the cosplays and stuff like that. This is like, we as a comic book community, we are completely inclusive and completely like equal in that respect, and so it was good, in my opinion. It was good to see like that Harley Quinn wasn't as sexualized as
definitely.
she was.
It was nice that she wasn't whore Harley as people have nicknamed her
from Suicide Squad, because I know my wife, when we went to see Suicide Squad, all she could talk about was how uncomfortable Harley Quinn's hot pants must have been, because they were literally like, there was not an inch in them, was there? Do you know what I mean? So then that was all.
What about Will Smith's hot
You know.
pants? His outfit was tight.
It's like it was tight as well, which is it. But like literally, it was that sexualized aspect was massively toned down.
Yeah.
But the violence was
toned
ramped
up, yeah.
massively toned up.
Yeah, so I mean, I totally agree. I think I found the final section of the Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, to be a bit of a, well, not even a bit of a letdown, like a massive letdown.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the first bit. I enjoyed the Harley Quinn story. I enjoyed the bit with, it was comedy. I really liked Black Canary. I thought she was great.
Black Canary was she was a real high point. Yeah.
Black Mask was a really cool villain. He was kind of psychotic, but yet
unhinged,
likeable.
but
Yeah, so I like that. But for me, the last bit at the end with them all teaming up was cool, and it had really cool choreography and cool fight scenes, but I just didn't really invest in it. And Huntress was irrelevant.
Yeah,
completely irrelevant.
Yeah, it felt like because there's a section in the middle where Harley Quinn goes through with a fun gun thing.
That's cool.
That's in the police station, and that is like really, really good. It's very because apparently the choreography for the fight scenes in this were the same people who did John Wick.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
So that's because we came out and we were kind of saying, well, it kind of felt a bit like amateurish and a bit unpolished, but I kind of liked that.
And it was a bit unsuperhero like.
Yeah,
it was almost real.
It felt very real. It had like the fight scenes had like a grittiness to them at the start, but then the bit at the end, it was a lot more like over the top. I felt so. It the thing that I've heard other people say, and it didn't really dawn on me at the time. But basically, obviously, you have this gang of effectively 3 fully grown women and a child, like a child girl.
Cassie Kane.
Cassie Kane, who doesn't actually play a part in the fight, but then the others manage to basically fight all these goons. Then there's they are muscle,
really
they're huge, they're massive guys, and it's just like a bit. I don't know. It just felt weird and a bit like.
It's cool though. It's a cool thing, and they do that in the comic books, but. My biggest bugbear with it, or I would say from my point of view, is that I've read some of the Bird of Prey comics.
Yeah.
I like Huntress as a character. She's really cool. She's got some depth to her in the comics. So is Black Canary, and so is Harley Quinn, to be fair. I just don't think it was very well explored. And also, where's Barbara Gordon? Where's Oracle? Because that's part of Birds of Prey. That didn't happen. And also, there's one thing she does that this actually did bug me. She does mention Batman.
Yeah.
Right. At one point, she talks about how she got arrested by Batman, sent to Arkham.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why they didn't elaborate on where he was. He could have been out of town. They could have said that there's no Batman at the moment, which is why Black Mask is running riot.
Yeah.
Or he's just Batman's on a hiatus and no one knows where he is. They could have had a newspaper saying where's the Batman.
Yeah.
But you don't get any of that. So it's it's set in the same timeline. It's set in the same era, but
universe,
you just don't get that connection.
Yeah,
I would have liked.
Anyway. I think. I remember you saying that as we were coming out. It was for a lot of the film, you didn't feel that you were in Gotham as such, and it wasn't until they go to the Founders Pier, right at the end, and it's all foggy and gloomy and eerie and stuff, and then all of a sudden it felt a bit like a Batman. It felt more like
quite a few Easter
Gotham
eggs
and stuff.
in it.
So it was one of those things where I just felt it was a little bit disjointed, hit and miss on the action, but not a bad film.
No, not a bad film.
Answering the question,
Yeah.
is it a bad film? No, it isn't. And my kind of in a nutshell review is,
which I agree with.
It is the most comic book feeling comic book film that I have seen in recent times, because it has those, harsh switch scenes.
Yeah,
action.
It's almost like watching panel to panel.
Yeah,
a bit like Sin City, but a bit better.
Yeah,
I would say.
It was really, really enjoyable for me. And I'm actually, because my wife wants to see it, I'm actually going to see it again with her. So
she'll love it. Girl power.
Yeah. So and it's going to be really interesting hearing her point of view. After doing this review and after having seen it obviously with Tom, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. So, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Again, do subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think down in the comments down below. If you have seen the film, we'd love to know. And take care. See you next time.
See ya.